Hi, Milwaukee. It's Robin Rese. I'm back with Between the Sheets podcast. This is episode 7. It's called Diamond. Before I get started, I do want to just open up and just say that um, one time, a long time ago, my mom said, "Girl, I'm going to always be your mama. And no matter how old you get, you're going to always be my child." And it really took me to see a specific story about something that happened in Milwaukee for me to understand what she was saying. Um, I have a guest here who has been so forefront for her child. Just everything that a mother should be for their kid, even after the smoke settles. Your mom or even your dad is still the person that's going to fight for you to the end. Um, I've known of about the story for a while. I known of the person. I know that she had a salon before, and I know that she dressed her and her kids really well. But before I get started or go any further, I do want to just say you are so inspirational. Like I can't imagine, the pain you feel, but I do want to say that you are very encouraging to mothers to not give up in a fight and to seek justice. So I'll
Thank
let
you.
her introduce herself and then we'll get into her story.
Hi, Kia Thomas. I'm Diamond's mother. Well, I'm known as Kia Thomas on Facebook. Everybody know me as Kiki.
Okay. So this is Diamond's mom. Diamond lost her life last year. At a fight broke out in a Milwaukee club downtown, and she was the person that unfortunately lost her life. And since then, her mom, Kia, has been just rallying, getting people together, trying to bring, light to the situation because it was an unfortunate situation where her daughter was just an innocent bystander and she leaves behind 3 children. So it is that make it even, worse because it's like the kids will never understand what really happened to their mom. So yeah, it's something that we all need to bring light to because it's happening in too many situations in our community where we're not getting closure, we're not finding out what's happening with our people, especially I don't know if it's because we're African American or because we're it's a young woman that just happened to be at a club enjoying herself, whatever the case may be. It's a lot of situations going where families have no closure as to what really happened to their loved one, and that's uneasy for a family. So I just want to say thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
It's not I can't imagine this being easy. I was so
It's
scared to
not.
reach out to you because I didn't know. I'm like, I don't want to make you uncomfortable on air, but I had just saw you every day. Like you be up early in the morning, late at night. Like my baby this, my baby that. You post her pictures, and I want to do say that you really had a pretty daughter. So
Thank you.
yeah, so I'm gonna get started. My first question is gonna be, what was your phone call like when you got the news about her? And was it like immediate or was it like did it take some time for you to find
It,
out?
no, well, I don't know what time it happened, but I was just so happened leaving another uh like visual memorial for somebody else. We was all leaving there, and we was going somewhere. I forgot where we was going, but I was on the phone with my stylist. She had did my hair that day, and it was heavy, so I was on the phone with her, and we was just talking, well, texting pretty much, and I said, "Hold on," I seen the number that I didn't recognize,
Mm-hmm.
so I told her, "Well, I answered the call." I didn't tell her, "Hold on," I just answered the call, and the person on the other end said, "Diamond dead." I said, "Huh? Who is this?" She said, "This Capri Diamond dead." I said, "Where?" She said, "Element nightclub." I hung up on her. I finished texting my friend. I said, my her name Lexus. I finished texting Lexus. I said, "Where's Element?" She said, "Oh, 618." I said, "Where is that at?" I think she put the address or whatever she put in there. I said, "Somebody just called me and said Diamond dead." So I'm storming down there. I'm storming down there. Everything, my mind is all over the place. I don't remember if I got down there and they told me that I couldn't get to her.
Mhm.
I said, somebody, they told me my daughter is dead. If she dead, let me see. Let me see her. I told them, let me see her. They said no. So I jumped back in my car. I don't know where I was going. Wherever I was going, I was trying to kill myself. I was trying to find somewhere I could have a real bad accident because I knew I wasn't gonna be able to deal with that. So I did. I had an accident. I crashed my car into like a pole or something. And then I just got out, started walking. So everybody looking for me because they see me storm off. So they looking for me. So they finally found me. I'm walking fast. I'm steady saying, I gotta see my baby. I gotta see my baby. Y'all say she did. Let me see her. I finally got down there. They picked me up and went back to the scene down there. They still let me see her. About that time, her dad was down there. I couldn't even identify the body. I couldn't even identify her body. You hit me with the hard one first, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, cuz I know a lot of people probably wanted to know what what did you see as the mother? Like what did you see? Cuz there was a lot of people out there, but what did the mother experience?
Then so my friends them finally got me, up to enough strength to get down there and finally talk to a police officer. But like I said, about that time, her daddy was down there and he had identified the body. They showed me some pictures. I just fainted, and it was a picture of her from that from that night.
Mm.
They took a picture of her from out there on that street.
So what was the conversation between y'all two when you last spoke to her?
My last conversation with Diamond was I told her to bring me my card back, my credit card, and I think we had text that. And so she finally came and she blew the horn. I came outside. She handed me the card. I looked in the back seat of the car to see if the kids was in the car. They wasn't. I said, "Where you finna go?" She said, "I'm finna go to the doctor." I said, "Okay." And I went in the house and she drove off.
Was that day or like the day before it was that day?
Mhm.
Okay, so y'all talked then. So you did see her that day before. Okay. Okay. So in a you don't have to get too personal if you don't want to, but how has your life just been since she been gone? Like,
Well, I do a lot of stuff to not think about her, but I still think about her.
mhm,
It's nothing I'm not doing that I'm not thinking about her.
mhm,
The
yeah,
kids, they keep me motivated, but I cry a lot. I don't be wanting the kids to see me cry all the time. They know I be crying. Grandma, I can make a sad face. They be like, Grandma, you crying. You thinking about Diamond. And that just make me cry more.
yeah. I see. When I look through your pictures on Facebook, I see like you was real close with her kids or with all your grandkids, and I just see that
Diamond,
you.
Diamond first got pregnant with Jerry. I brought them all home. I think she had Jerry and then went to prison. But I brought them all home.
Yeah.
I done had them all since birth.
Yeah, I see. I'm like, y'all got matching little shirts on. You always doing something with them.
They bad.
Yeah. I see her son just had a birthday. Everything turned out well for
Mhm,
the event. That's good. That's good.
mhm.
Does any one of her kids remind you of her the most out of all three, or do all three of them do stuff that remind
All three of them do something. All of them. But Jury the most.
her? Oh, that's her
That's
oldest
the
daughter.
oldest.
Yeah.
Jury is 7, then Dion 5, and Journey 4.
Yeah. She had a nice little salon.
She did.
Yeah. I mean, it was like really like a lot of people talked about it, and then they always share her
She
pictures because
didn't
she
get a
was
lot of people to go work for her. I don't know if they was like jealous of her or what was going on and what she had going on, but a lot of people didn't want to go work for her. So she had it open for I think maybe 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. And then after she passed, I tried to get people to go up in there to keep it open. We paid the rent for a few months, and like I said, did nobody want to come work, so we just closed it down.
yeah. Yeah. And then they always share her pictures because she always dressed nice. So it was like,
She
she got a legacy. Her kids, her shop, her dressing nice. Like she got a
Should make diamonds. She got a couple real friends
yeah.
out here still.
Yeah, that's good. That's good because it take for stuff to like this to happen for you to really see who there and who not there,
Mhm,
especially when you got kids. Like you gonna remember my kids, or you gonna still be there for my
mhm,
mom and my kids. If something happened, so that mean that she was good to them. Then if
mhm.
they still good to her, then she was good to them.
Yeah.
So yeah. So what what was like the first thing that you did to like kind of seek justice for her? Like, because I saw you did like a protest.
At first, I was kind of scared, but then I'm like, if I don't do it, who gonna do it?
Right.
And the first one was because I was doing something like every 17th, every after she had
Mm-hmm.
passed away. So every 17th of the month, I will try to uh have a march. The first one we did was we started at Element and we walked to City Hall and then we walked down to the one downtown out that district one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we walked down there and we rallied out there. And then I had did another one which wasn't as big as the other one, as the first one, but we started at the park. I forgot the name of the park. It's downtown behind Boston store. That
That's not Swing Park, is it? Maybe not.
um it's not Swing Park, but I can't remember the name. And then we walked again to the District One downtown
Mhm.
and rallied out there.
Yeah. I just see that you always are so adamant about, not letting her be forgotten and not letting it settle. So I'm like, you was out there like as soon as you got her,
Hmm.
arrangement situated, you like, I want justice for my daughter. I want justice for my daughter, and it's really commendable because you see a lot of people, just kind of fade away and just say like I miss so and so or whoever
Hmm.
the case may be, but
I think I owe Diamond that uh, finding out what happened to her, and it's been so many scenarios going in my head about what happened. And at first, I was real anxious, and I say anxious because I wanted somebody arrested and charged, and
yeah.
for what happened to her. I watched too much TV, first
Mm.
48. But yeah, I wanted somebody caught. I wanted to know who did that. And
Yeah,
I'm still going,
it
I'm
means
not going to
something
stop.
immediate. Yeah,
But then my kids was like, just be patient, be patient. I'm steady reaching out to the detectives. I'm not getting no real answers from him or from them. Um, but at first, I hadn't even talked to a detective. Uh, I want to say the first 3 months. No detective had came and talked to me about Diamond case about nothing. So I was pretty much doing it like on my own because they weren't doing nothing, and I'm still feeling like they ain't doing nothing.
hmm
So whatever I can do to get justice for my baby, I'm gonna do it.
Right. Now I was reading that originally when it first happened, that they had some guy in custody for it.
Yeah, it was two shooters. If you watch that video, it's two shots. Donald was killed by the first shot, and then it was a second shot. They say they arrested that person, and
Who would the second person to get shot was arrested?
no, the second person that shot his gun.
Okay.
Because, like I said, the first one was the bullet that killed Diamond, and the second shot was they shot in the air.
Mm-hmm.
So they said it wasn't the bullet that came out of his gun, wasn't uh, the bullet that one of the bullets that killed Diamond. It was only one. It wasn't the same gun or something like that, and they let him go.
So, do you because what didn't the police get wasn't by the time that because I'm from my point of view I'm thinking like the fight happened in the club, everybody ran out, they fought, they shot the fires. Was the police already at the scene when they did that?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Plenty
Okay.
police was outside.
Okay. I'm just saying that because downtown is such a highly it's full of cameras.
Yes,
Every corner of probably every major building down there
yes.
has some type of camera. So it's like, how come nothing still hasn't been retrieved regarding the situation?
Exactly.
Now, I do want to bring up, I don't believe in conspiracies, but I do want to just say this, and I hope I don't be offensive. But if the police was already right out there, do you think that they possibly could have been a person to shoot the second shot? Or the first shot, should I say? Because they are normally trained to like shoot when it's
Crowd and
right, or they normally do that when
that
it's
was the
black
first
people.
thing. That was the first thing that came out of my mouth. Like, do the police do warning shots? And that crowd was so big, like you said, it was so many people out there fighting, and the police was out there. Y'all couldn't break it up,
Hmm.
physically.
But the police they don't even do warning shots because you see so many innocent. You know what I'm
And that's
saying?
why they said they was like, because I had talked to a private investigator, and he was like, no, they don't do warning shots. So, but I had so many people ask me about that. Like, you don't think the police did it like a warning shot, or if it's been going on so long.
Yeah,
Like I said, I came up with so many different scenarios of what could have happened, who did it, if the police did it.
yeah. So up until that night when she was murdered, what did you think her life would be like after? Because she was already on the road to doing the stuff that she wanted to do. So what did you think like her future would it have been if?
Diamond was so smart. I always say this in every interview I do.
Mm,
She was so smart, and she was in the process of buying a group home. She had bought it and then got into, I don't know what had happened to whereas she couldn't buy it no more. That the person was had to pay her back her money,
mm-hmm.
and so I don't believe that the person paid her all her money back. But to your question, I believe she would have had so much going on.
Mm-hmm.
She was had her hands in so much stuff. Her and her friends had other stuff going on, and they took that away from her.
Yeah.
My baby wasn't ready to go yet.
I'm really hoping that this story touches other people who probably been in your situation. Cause I've heard that quite a few times where they say like, my family member wasn't a time to go. It wasn't a time to go. And I'm positive that she, wanted to have something more established for her kids, cause I
Hmm.
know no matter what you do in your life, like especially like me for being a mother, you gonna always want to build something for your kids, and to see her doing that so young. She younger than me. I'm 31, and she like 20 in her
Hmm.
in her 20s. So she already was I'm looking at her like I wish that would have been me back when but I wasn't thinking. But she was already on that road to
Right.
leaving that foundation. Like, yeah, even if you do have kids early, like Pete,
Diamond went to
we be wanting
jail
to leave.
and she was like, I told her like once you start going, you're gonna keep going back, and she did. But she told me she was like, Mom, I'm not going back to jail. I'm not going back to jail no more. And she just took off.
Mm-hmm.
She just took off daycare, salon, at a young age like she was. I was real proud of her. Still
Yeah,
is.
that's good. That is so good. So, what was she like as a child? Like, cause you know how
Smart as ever.
some kids be bad and they glow up. Some kids be quiet and they change, and some kids be.
she Donna was a good girl. She was. She was smart. Her daddy taught her everything growing up as a toddler, ABC's telephone number, address. About time she was like 7 or 8, she was just a normal girl.
Mm-hmm.
A normal girl.
Was she the oldest of your? Because I know
She
you
was my
got two other
baby.
kids. Oh, she the youngest. You
Hmm.
had three kids,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, y'all
And she
probably
had her kids just like I had my kids, girl, boy, girl.
yeah. So y'all got that babe, my baby.
That's my baby.
Even though you know you got connections with all your kids, but you know that your
They'll say the
baby.
same thing. Diamond was my baby. Especially my son. I
So
know her sister love her too, but Dom used to be like, call my son. I'd be like, who? She'd be like, Tay. I'd be like, girl, that is not your son talking about her brother. Like, girl, you is too much. That's my son.
yeah. So when you got down there to see her, I know you know you couldn't see her, but what do you think? Like was probably like her final moments. Like, what do you think she was thinking, or do you
Where
think she
my
was thinking
mama?
anything?
Where my mama at?
Right. That's why I asked you that because that's normally everybody first.
Where my mama? I know she wanted me. I don't care what was going on with us, or she wanted her mama,
Yeah.
especially at that moment,
Right.
because they said she was still talking. Said she was still talking. And there's so much that I never even talked about or said, but they said my baby was in a fetal position. They said she
Mm.
was in a fetal position. Diamond was shot in her left shoulder. Left shoulder. And they said when she fell, she was like, I'm hit. She fell and balled up in a fetal position. It said one of the security guards from Element Club came and flipped her over. I wish he wouldn't have flipped her over. I wish he would have just waited. She didn't have no. She had an entry wound, but she didn't have an exit wound.
Right, and that's probably what moved the bullet.
I wish he wouldn't have moved her.
You know how sometimes people say like they be feeling when it's their time. Do you think she had that feeling?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah. I don't think she did either, only simply because she was doing so much at the
So
time.
well,
Right.
she had a lot going.
Yeah.
Her birthday was gonna come up. God, she was with his birthday was gonna come up. They was gonna go out of town. They was gonna do a lot of stuff. She had a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
Like I said, the group home, she had her hands to some other stuff with some other friends. She wasn't ready to go.
If you could say anything to her now, what would it be?
She already know I love her. I say it every day. I wish she could come back. I wish she could come back.
Hmm.
If I could have anything in the world,
It'd be to bring her back.
it'd be to bring my baby back.
Yeah.
I hurt. I cry. It ain't nothing like losing a child. I don't wish this feeling on nobody else but the person who killed my baby. I want them to feel the same thing I'm feeling. And I'm hurt. They say real bad.
Yeah, I can see it, and I can see it now, and I could just see it. Period. Cause you just every. I'm like you up at 4 in the morning. I'm like she just went to bed.
That's the first thing on my mind when I wake up.
I'm like she just went to bed. Then you up late, like at 1 in the morning. So I'm like she probably only slept like 2 hours. Has your life been more crazy since she's been gone? Like as far as the
No, it's just I had already raised my kids,
mm-hmm.
but I'll do it again. I'll do anything for her.
What's like the biggest thing you had to do for her kids? Like what kind of conversation do y'all have about their mom, or what was that like telling them that about their mom passing away?
That night, the kids was gone because she had went out, and wherever the oldest one was at, she always have a phone. Uh, she had text on her phone like mom. She just put mom. And for her to text her at that time of night, I think she felt something.
Mm-hmm.
I think that baby felt something. I think I had posted it on Facebook, her text message. I was just going through her phone and seeing it. Like, oh, did you feel something? Or, but I always try to explain it to them. They don't understand. They just go by what they hear in the house. Stuff like I don't think they understand. I think Jury do because she be on TikTok a lot, and she always showing me videos, and she be like, "This they mama passed away too, like my mama."
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be a song about heaven or some clouds or something like that. But them babies don't understand.
Have you did any like extra like supportive measures to like kind of comfort them? Because like therapy or
No,
stuff
I
like
haven't.
that. Not yet, but they probably too little to
Mm-hmm.
understand. So when they get a little bigger,
She all over the house, so they always see her.
yeah. But
And
yeah,
the baby, she at a point now, like if she don't get her way, she be like, I want my mama. I want my mama. I be like, that be the hard,
yeah.
that be the hard part with the kids.
Which one of them do you think gonna be like in her footsteps, like take over, probably entrepreneur, living life big?
I think the baby journey, because her daddy done already got her a store with her name on it. And she be, Grandma, take me to my store. I be like, what, your daddy's store? No, that's my store. I be like, but I think Journey, Jury real smart. She a dancer. She like to dance. Got her in gymnastics. But that's what she want to do. I try to, I know I can't be Diamond, but I try to be the best grandma.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What impact do you think that this will have on them, like overall?
Because they so young, and they don't understand now. And people be like, you think they'll grow up and forget her? I won't let them forget her. I won't let them forget her. But I don't know yet because they so little.
Hmm. Versus if they were like teenagers or
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah. And how old is her oldest? 7?
Hmm.
Yeah. Was she at that age where, yeah, because like 4 or 5, that's when you start to like keep your memory.
Hmm.
So yeah, she at that age where she
Yeah, they'll
probably.
probably forget her if I didn't like keep the pictures around the house and stuff like that. I think they'll forget her
Mm.
because they so little.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they don't see her, then But that's
Mhm.
why I keep all the pictures around the house. I got a memorial wall at home. She all over.
Mhm.
She outside. She inside. I ain't gonna never let them forget it though.
Yeah, yeah, that's important. I wonder what was her like her main thing that she taught them.
Mm.
Like you know how your mama always it's something that your mama don't never want you to forget. Like you probably did that with her. Like it was stuff about life you never wanted her to forget. I wonder what was hers to them.
I hope it was to like always respect others and I don't know.
They probably won't really even recognize it until they older, and it's something that they do, and I'm like, where did that come from? But it's gonna
Mm-hmm.
be something all three of them do, and then that's when the oldest one probably gonna be like, Mama used to,
Mm-hmm.
when we was little.
She was probably the only one that's gonna remember something.
Yeah, yeah, she got some really cute
She
kids.
Jerry always say talk about like when they used to go places and stuff like that. The other kids don't because they don't remember they were so little.
Hmm. I know they had took some family pictures, and I think they had all had on Gucci or something.
Mm-hmm.
That picture went like viral on Facebook. I was like, man, she went major. She she went crazy. Then they took Christmas pictures.
She was always taking pictures. 4th of July pictures, any kind of pictures.
Yeah, she kept them dresses like really nice. And it wasn't just, some mamas it be
Mm-hmm.
one or some of them. It was all
All of them.
three. Yeah.
She
Yeah.
used to always say, "Why you let me have so many kids?" Like, girl, how can I stop you?
Yeah, because they be like, ooh, all these amount of kids, that's ghetto. But when you taking
And then
care
that
of them,
right, and she just had them so fast. Yeah, Journey, Dion and Journey back to back. But
yeah,
she took care of them kids though.
yeah, yeah. I hope that they could just walk in her light and just try to, be what she wanted them to have been.
Mm-hmm.
Not let them losing her be like a bad thing. I mean, it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna always be a bad thing, but I hope it don't be something that they, let's stagnate them in their lives. I hope that they really like use this and let it push them far.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna keep them going. I'm gonna try to keep them on the right path. I'm gonna, try to do as grandmother's supposed to do. I was raised by my grandma. I ain't turn out bad.
Yeah. See, we don't know. We don't know. Cause I ain't even gonna lie, my mama, she let my kids get away with a lot of stuff. I be like, why is you doing that? Why? Or I'm going to my grandma's house. Like, grandmother's love
Mhm.
is something serious. So well, I'm glad that you came today. I was like, oh, like I hope I'm not pressing the issue. I hope I'm not like, twisting her
Because I want
arm
to
or
get it out as
nothing.
much as possible. I want the world to know.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
whichever way possible, somebody knows something.
Right. Right. And I really hope somebody watch today, and they see this and they take like to it, even if it's some like it gotta be something that somebody know.
And my son just said today because I was talking to him before I had came into the building. And he was like, he won't try to put up a reward for some information. So like I said, somebody knows something. There was too many people out there. Like you said, the cameras downtown. Uh, some should have caught some. Somebody should have seen something, and somebody knows something,
Mhm.
and that's a fact.
I didn't even know. I heard that it was a single gunshot wound, but I didn't know that it was just in her shoulder, and then it had no
And
exit point.
she did not have an exit wound.
Right.
So once
Yeah.
they moved her body, that bullet traveled. That
Mhm.
bullet moved too.
Yeah. They always say that's just like when you get cut. Like if you get a knife or something stuck in your hand, don't pull it out.
Hmm.
Go to the hospital. They always say stuff like that when you get a injury with no exit
Mm-hmm.
point, leave it.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
but that's another issue that I'm because I do have an attorney, I, and he also has a private investigator. So I got to get to the bottom of this.
mhm.
I'm not gonna stop
Mhm.
until I get justice.
Yeah.
She deserve it.
Mhm. So what are the plan? What have your summer been like with the kids? Y'all been outside?
I've been really letting the kids go wherever they want to. So pretty much, whoever they with, they be going places. We would go swimming, stuff like that.
Mhm.
Probably if I don't go to Taste Tomorrow, I'm gonna take them to Summerfest and just get out with them. But they get out a lot of
Y'all, you ready for school time to come back up?
yes.
Cause you got your other grandkids in the house with them too, right?
No, it's well,
Like your do your other kids got kids or
mm-hmm.
yeah? So you, cause I
They have a
seen
couple
pictures
of
with you who have a
all
lot,
of them be
all
over
of
here. I
them,
got
right?
six
Right,
altogether.
right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like, so do all the grandkids be with
not
them
all the
too?
time. They come over sometimes, and I done had them all at one time. But my oldest is 14, 14 or 15. Then the rest of them is little, so they all get together, and I done had them all at once. A lot of times.
Yeah. So, yeah, school that's gonna be major because I
Yeah,
know
because
that's
they all
something.
of school age. They going. They well, we couldn't go last year because I got my legal guardianship papers late, so
Mhm.
I couldn't start them to this, coming up school year.
Yeah, that's gonna be major. Seeing them at school and just
They ready though.
yeah.
They know the ABCs. It's that Dion that's gonna really have me up at that school. But Drew, she already been in school, and this will be Journey first time. But I think they're gonna do good.
Mhm. Was it a hard process getting like legal guardianship of all three of them?
No, because with Diamond's situation, I think they even uh tried to do like a speedy thing for me so I could go ahead because Dion was sick when he was born. He was premature, and he didn't come home for 6 months after he was born because he had some stuff going on with his brain. He had like
Mhm.
fluid coming up on the brain and stuff like that. So he had to have a few surgeries, and they said he was gonna be this, he was gonna be that. Them doctors lied because that boy is smart and he is bad.
Well, that's how you know it's a healthy kid. If
So
they
he gonna
smart
be
and
all
they
right.
bad.
He gonna be all right.
Yeah. So I just want to thank you
You're
again.
welcome.
Yeah, like yeah, you be going hard. I ain't even gonna lie. Like I seen your first protest. I be seeing your posts all the time. I try to share stuff as much as often as I can.
Last Sunday, not last Sunday, I think Sunday before last, I had went and I was passing out water bottles. I'm trying to get it out there. I want everybody to know. I was like, I'm gonna get justice. It's coming.
Yeah.
But I want the world to know that what happened to her and how it happened. And she didn't deserve that.
Yeah. 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 I just hope that I never have to be in a or my mom don't never have to be in a position where it's something like this because you just want what's right for your child as you did from the first day she came out to now. Like you just only want what's best for your child. So I just want to
And
say
I'm in a group with a lot of other mothers. We're going through the same situation. And when I say it's a lot of us, it's a lot of us. We want
yeah,
the same thing, justice for our babies.
yeah. What do you think it'd really take for you to get justice? Because let's just say that you did find out everything that you wanted to find out. At that point, do you think justice would truly be served?
No.
No, because she gone. Right, right.
I keep saying I feel better if I, when once we find out who did it, and they're charged or whatever and go to jail. But it's not. It still ain't gonna take away the pain of her being gone, like you said.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to thank you again. I don't know if you did any other shows or anything like that, but
No, this is my first.
I'm like, I gotta have her on only because, and I haven't really, I did like a couple episodes that were serious, but I'm like, I just be seeing you all the time. You always on my timeline. I'm like, I don't know how I became friends with this lady. Well, I used to have a store too, so um, I know I've tried to meet a lot of people for them reasons, so I might have added you or whatever, just
Mm-hmm.
trying to get new customers. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't know how I got to be friends with this lady on Facebook, but this lady since the beginning to now, like she is adamant about her child.
What's today, the 9th? You know, the 17th will be a
A
year.
year, yeah. And you didn't had a hell of a year. You a year strong, like not letting up, not taking your foot. You might not be specific about every little detail on Facebook, but I know you be
Once it got
working.
cold, I had slowed down a little bit, but once it got warm,
Mhm.
I was back up and at it. Mhm.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming out,
You're
and I'm
welcome.
gonna make sure that it's I'm gonna share it to you on Facebook.
Okay.
But just leave your contact information, your name, your phone number, email, Facebook, however you want people to contact you. So after they see this, if somebody got something that they want to tell you or reach out to you and let you know about her case, they can say it. So just tell everybody your information before we go.
What you want me
Just something like yo, how you spell your name on Facebook, your
oh,
phone number,
okay.
well, however you want them to contact you. Just let the viewers know.
Yes, if anybody have any information, please contact me. Um, Kia Thomas on Facebook. My name is Lakia Thomas. My phone number is 414-334-0459. My email address is keythomas485 at yahoo.com. Um, Inbox me, call me, text me, call the police, anybody. I just want justice for my baby.
So there we have it, Milwaukee. This was episode Diamond. I'm here with Diamond's mom again, Kia Thomas. I just wanted to bring light to her case and the situation for the family. If anything, we have to keep in mind that this girl, she was young when she lost her life. It was unfortunate. It didn't have anything to do with her. And on top of that, she's leaving behind 4 people, if not many more. I know many more because a lot of people loved her, but her mom, that's somebody who's owed something. Her children, that's somebody who's owed something. Like something should be done, to at least let them be able to have some type of justice. So if we can come together and try to figure this out as a community, or if somebody could even reach out to me and I can reach out to her, however y'all want to do it. We just want to get this. It won't never be solved, it won't never be finished, but we do want to just get some type of information as to what happened and how we can move forward. So y'all can find me on Facebook, Robin Reese, ROBINRESE. And I will also be putting this on my Instagram. So um stay tuned. I want to say thank you all for watching episode 7. This was really deep for me because, like I said, I've been watching her Facebook for some time now, like since the beginning when everything initially happened. And I just always want to be positive and try to, shine light to others in situations that's unfortunate. I want to say thank you to my producer Tone again because he's here, the man behind the plan. So, thank you, Milwaukee, and that's the end of episode 7, Between the Sheets with Robin Reese.
Purchase your tracks today.